Good afternoon. Yes. So once again, welcome back to our online classes. And you all know that now we are discussing about the properties of matter. And we have learnt in the previous class. So just recall something about that. So we have discussed what is matter. So the matter is anything that has mass and occupies space, that we call as the matter. And we also know that there are three states of matter are there. They are solids, liquids and gases. And the matter are made up of a very tiny particles, very small particles, and they are called the molecules. So they are so tiny that even we are not able to see by our naked eyes. To see those we have to use microscopes. Microscope inda nodidra ashte namigenu aa molecules anna nodak sadhya agತ್ತೆ. irlilla andre nam bariganile ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಕ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ molecules ಸಣ್ಣ ಇರ್ತಾವ. They are so tiny. And so depending on the arrangement of these molecules, there are three states of matter. What I said before only, they are solid, liquid and gas. So in solids the molecules are arranged tightly so that the solids they have definite shape and volume. And in the liquids the molecules are arranged loosely so that they do not have definite shape but they have definite volume. And in the gases the molecules are very loosely packed so that the gases they are not having the shape nor volume. They do not have both the shape as well as they don't have definite shape and also they don't have definite volume. So these are the three states of matter, and examples also we have discussed, and also we have discussed some of the general properties of the matter, like the matters are heavy or light, and soft and rough, or the smooth and rough, the soft and hard, and also the colored and the colorless. And also we have discussed about the breakable and non-breakable. So these are what some common properties of matter, and now we can discuss some more properties of the matter. Okay, so again in this class we are going to discuss about the properties, some more properties of matter which you have to understand clearly. So in that the first one we can discuss matter can be transparent, translucent or opaque. So the first we can discuss matter can be transparent, translucent or opaque. So matter ಏನು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲುಕೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ opaque ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. Then what is this transparent, translucent and opaque? So see, we are able to see through some of the objects. ನಮಗೇನು ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು objects ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಅದರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಏನೈತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. So for example, if the plate glass is there in front of you, for example your window glass, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಕಿಟಕಿ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, so ಆ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು if it is the plain glass. Okay, so for example the juice glasses will be there, the commonly you can take, that is the plain glass. So in that juice glass if you fill the juice we can identify the color of the juice. Why we can identify? Because it is transparent, we can see through them. And in our atmosphere the air is present. Nam atmosphere ಒಳಗೆ air ಐತಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ air ಐತಿ, that is why we are breathing, right? Even though the air is present we can see the things. Why? Because the air is transparent. And suppose if you are going to the swimming practice, you can see tiles will be there. So you can see the tiles under the swimming pool because the water is clear, right? So that if it is possible, if we can able to see the things through the objects, then such kind of objects we call as the transparent. And how it is possible to see the things? ನಾ ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಏರ್ ಇಂದ ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಅಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಗ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದು? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ the transparent objects, what are they? They passes the light to them. They passes the light through them. So whatever the light is fall on the object, it passes the light completely, so that it made us to see the things through them. So they are called as transparent objects. So the definition, how can we write? Materials that allow light to pass through them are called transparent. So the definition of transparent objects, just you also take this in your notebook. So transparent objects means the materials that allows light to pass through them. The light to pass through them are called transparent. If the objects they allow the light to pass through them, we can see the things clearly. So those objects are called as transparent objects. So example what we can give for transparent objects? The example for transparent objects are clear water, plain glass, air. So these are some of the example for the transparent objects. We can see through the clear water, plain glass and air because they allow the light to pass through them. ಅದರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ. ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಮಗ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇದ್ರ ಥ್ರೂ ನೋಡಕ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆಂಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. And the second one is translucent objects. Translucent. So here the materials that allows only the partial light. Okay? Material that allow only some amount of light. The materials that allows only some amount of light to pass through them. Only some amount of light to pass through them are called translucent. So here only partial light, only some amount of light or only the part of light can be transferred. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ only some ಅಂದ್ರೆ partial amount ಎಲ್ಲ light fall ಆಗಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಅಲ್ಲ, only part of light if it allows through the objects, then through these objects we can see the things. ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನು we are not able to see the things clearly. ನಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. We can see but only the partially because only the partial amount of light has passed, so that we can see but not clearly. So for example what we can give? Butter paper, tracing paper, colored or tinted glass, tracing paper, colored or tinted glass and light mulmul fabric. These are some of the example for the translucent objects. So the translucent objects are those through which the only some amount of light pass through the objects. So the definition here it is there, the material that allows only some amount of light to pass through them are called translucent. So only some amount of light is passes through them. That is why we can see but the partial. ನಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಬಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಬ್ಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ. So examples are butter paper. Butter paper. So for example, you can do in your home. Just take the paper and apply some oil on it. Oily paper. Make the oily paper, and then you can see through that. Okay. So when you see through the oily paper, you can see the objects which is there behind that, but only blur. You cannot see that clearly. And also tracing paper, colored or tinted glasses. So the glasses of your cars and all. So that is what. And tinted glasses are there. That also. And the light mulmul fabric. So these are some of the translucent objects. We can see partially through them because they allow only some amount of light to pass through them. And the next one is opaque objects. Just take the definition of this in your notebook. And the next one is opaque object. So here in the opaque objects, for example, you are having walls in your home. Okay. So you are having some rooms in that. Then so those rooms are built with the walls. Then can you able to see the things what is there outside from your room through the walls? ನೀವು ಒಂದು ರೂಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕುಂತ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಒಂದು ರೂಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕುಂತಾಗ ನೀವು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಏನದಾವ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಾಣ್ತೈತ್ರಿ ನೋಡಕ? No, the things are not visible. Suppose if you hold a wood in front of your eye, ಈಗ ಇದೇನು wood. ಸೊ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಂದೆ ಹಿಡಿದ್ರ ಇದರ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಏನೈತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತೈತ್ರಿ, ಕಾಣ್ತೈತಿ? No, it is not possible to see. So the things are not possible to see through the objects because the objects that does not allow the light to pass through them, any kind of light, ಏನು ಲೈಟ್ ನ ಅದು ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So the materials that do not allow any light to pass through them are called opaque. So how can we define the opaque? The materials do not allow any light, any light to pass through them are called opaque. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನು opaque object ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನೂ ಲೈಟ್ ಏನು they do not allow any light, ಅದರಿಂದ ಲೈಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗುವುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, so that we are not able to see the things which is there behind that. So those are called as opaque objects. So example for these are like wooden plank, walls of the houses, a book, and concrete pillars. Okay, so example, walls of the houses, wooden plank, and the concrete pillars, and a book. So through this all, you just try to can give the examples. So see, this is all depending on the amount of light they pass through them. So transparent objects we saw, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೂಕೆಂಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ನಾವು ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್. ಈ ಓಪೆಕ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ನಮಗೆ ನೋಡಕ್ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸಿ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಲೋ ಎನಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಟು ಪಾಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ. ಇದೇನು ಲೈಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ನೋಡಕ್ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So this all depending on the amount of light they pass through them. So this is what the one property of matter, that matter can be transparent, translucent or opaque. And the second property, matter can conduct heat and electricity. So the second property, matter can conduct heat and electricity. So the objects that pass the heat or electricity, they are called as the conductors. So the metal conductors are they conduct the heat. Metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity. So that is why utensils, yes, we are having some utensils for cooking purpose. ಮನೆಯಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, so they are called as the cooking utensils. So those utensils, they are made with the metals. Why our utensils are made with metals? Because the metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity. So that is the reason the cooking utensils, they are made with metals. Yes, they are the good conductors, so that they can conduct the heat easily. So ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಒಳಗ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಪಾತ್ರೆನ ಸ್ಟವ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಬೇಗ ಕಾಯ್ತದೆ. So it will heat easily, so that they can conduct the heat easily. So those are called as the conductors. So now some of the objects are there, they do not conduct the heat and electricity. For example, say wood, plastic and all, they do not conduct the heat and electricity. So they are called as the bad conductors. Okay. So now how can we define this? The objects, so there are conductors and bad conductors are there. So here the objects that allows heat and electricity, heat and electricity to pass through them, are called good conductors, If the objects, they allows the heat and electricity to pass through them, and they are called good conductors. Example what we can give, the metals like silver, iron, copper, aluminium, yes, they conduct the heat and electricity. Example, iron, copper, silver, aluminium. So they all conduct the heat and electricity, so that we can call them as the good conductors. And some objects are there, they do not allow the heat and light to pass through them. Electricity. The heat and electricity to pass through them, they are called as the bad conductors. The objects that do plastic, wood, rubber. So they are the example for bad conductors because they do not allow the heat and electricity to pass through them. So sometimes that is the reason. This is the reason why our utensils, cooking utensils, the utensils are made with the metals, but their handles are made either with the wood or with the plastic because they are not heat fastly, so that we can hold even the food is cooking also, even the water is boiled or even anything is cooking in the utensil, even if we touch also we are not get any harm because that they are the bad conductor of heat and electricity, so that will be not heated fast like the metals, so that we can touch the handles with our bare hands. And this is what the utensils, some of the utensils are given here also in your textbook. Just open page number 169 is the metallic utensils, and the handles of these metallic utensils, they are made with the plastic. And see the plastic handles of cooker is here, you can see the plastic handles, and the ceramic cup is that will heat but slowly, and the wooden spatulas ಈಗ ಚಮಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ವುಡನ್ ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, wood ಇಂದ, because the wood also the bad conductor of heat and electricity, so that we can use these kind of things. And you can also see that the electrical wires, they are made with either the copper or iron. Electric wires made with iron and copper. So these iron and copper, they are the good conductors of electricity, so that for your houses also the power connection which is given, the power supply, so there we use the copper wires and all. And these wires, they are coated with the some coating will be there, the plastic, right? So this is because that they are the bad conductors. So even when the coating is there, even if we touch the wire when it is coating, ಈಗ ಐರನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಪರ್ ವೈರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಲ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕವರಿಂಗ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಮುಟ್ಬೋದು, ಅವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಶಾಕ್ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕವರಿಂಗ್ ಅದರ ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎನಿ ಶಾಕ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಟಚ್ ಬೇಡ್ ಐರನ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ವೈರ್, ಈಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುವಂತಾಗ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಹಂಗ ಹಿಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ವಿದೌಟ್ ಕೋಟಿಂಗ್ we get the electric shock because our body is also the good conductor of electricity. Nam body nu ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, electricity conduct ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. So that these iron and copper, always the electrical wires which conduct the electricity, they are coated with some insulators or some bad conductors, and that is the reason electrician, you can see them, they wear the rubber gloves and slippers, because they will not get, even if we touch the bare copper or iron wire also, they will not get any electrical shock because they wear the insulators. And suppose if in your home, if in case the coating is if the insulated wire, if it is wounded out, you just contact the electrician to repair that. Otherwise sometimes you may get the electric shock, unfortunately, so it is very dangerous too, so that you have to take care about that. And this is one property, that is the matter can conduct heat and electricity. And the next property is matter can be inflammable or non-flammable. The third property, matter can be inflammable or non-flammable. So the substance like the wood, camphor and paper. Yes, they are all in the form of solid. Non-flammable. So see, the wood, paper and camphor, they are all in the solid form. But when they all catches the fire. Yes. So these are the solids. The camphor and carbon. Okay. The camphor, wood and paper, they all catches the fire and they are in the solid form. And some substances are there like the kerosene, petrol, diesel. So they also catches the fire. And what is the form? Yes, they are in the liquid form. And some other objects are there like LPG, the liquid petroleum gas, which we are commonly used to prepare the food. LPG and CNG, so they are what? Gases, and they can also catches the fire. So the objects which catches fire, they are called as inflammable. The substances which catches the fire easily are called inflammable. And some other objects are there, they do not catches the fire. For example, some metals and glasses, water, they do not burn easily and they are called as non-flammable. And also the water, mud and sand, they are also the non-flammable. Okay. So even you can also see that water is used to extinguish the fire. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಆರ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವಾಟರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ because it is non-flammable. So what is inflammable and non-flammable? So inflammable means the materials that catches fire easily are called inflammable substances. So example what we can give, example for that are LPG, CNG, wood, camphor, and also you can give the kerosene, petrol, diesel. Okay, many things you can give. The example which catches the fire. So the materials that catches fire easily are called inflammable substances. And example, LPG also catches fire, CNG, wood, camphor, kerosene, petrol, they all catches fire easily. Then we can call them as inflammable. And second one in that is non-flammable. So non-flammable means, I said already, they do not catches the fire. So the materials that do not catches fire easily, are called non-flammable substances. So example for these are water, mud, sand. Yes, these are what some of the example for non-flammable. And also the metals is water, mud, sand, metals and glass. So these are some of the example for the non-flammable substances. So the materials that that do not catches fire are called non-flammable. And then examples are water, mud, stone, metals, glass, etc. So these are some examples for the non-flammables. So these are some properties of the matter. Now I will show and I will attach an video clip with this so that you can able to understand all these three properties of matter. Now let me see that. Some more properties of matter. So transparent, translucent and opaque. So the transparent, translucent and opaque. Materials that allow light to pass through them are called transparent materials. So through which we can see clearly. We can see through the transparent materials. So the plain glass, clear water, the swimming pool. We can see the tiles of the swimming pool since it is clear water. And window panes and the reading glasses. But some of the objects are there, like walls and wooden planks, book and a concrete pillar through which we are not able to see, and also the bark of the tree trunk. So materials that do not allow any light to pass through them are called opaque materials. So through which we cannot see at all. Materials that allow only some amount of light to pass through are called translucent materials because they allow only the some amount of light. So tracing paper, mulmul fabric, these are the partially transfer the light like butter paper, tracing paper and colored or tinted glasses and light mulmul fabric. They are some translucent materials. Metals can conduct heat and electricity. So like silver, copper, aluminium and all. So cooking utensils are made of metals and are fitted with plastic or wooden handles. Metal conduct or pass on heat faster and thus the utensils heat up quickly and so we can cook. Iron, copper, silver and aluminium, they are the good conductors of heat and electricity since they pass the heat and electricity through them. Materials that take a longer time to heat up are called bad conductors of heat and electricity. Wood, plastic, they are the bad conductors of heat and electricity. The plastic or wooden handles fitted on the metallic utensils help in lifting it easily when hot. The glass, rubber, plastic and china clay, they are all the bad conductors of heat and electricity. And even electric wires and tools. So the tip is made with the copper and the handles the materials. So the copper wire is coated with plastic coating and even rubber also sometimes. So because they are the bad conductors. To prevent direct contact with the live wire, so we coat the insulators. Immediately can call an electrician if you notice an opening in the insulation. Remember to wear rubber footwear while using electric appliances to prevent the possibility of getting an electric shock, or else you may get the electric shock if you do not wear the rubber footwear or gloves and all. And the matter can be inflammable or non-flammable. Solid inflammable materials are camphor, wood and paper. They will catches the fire easily. And liquid inflammable materials are petrol, diesel and kerosene. And the gaseous inflammable materials are CNG and also LPG also. They are the gaseous inflammable materials which can catches the fire easily. So non-flammable substances, that materials do not burn easily, like metals, glass and man-made materials, they do not burn easily and so are called non-flammable. And water, mud and sand, they are also non-flammable materials. And even water can be used, the sand and water can be used to extinguish the fires. So I hope you understood about these properties of matter clearly. So with this I will conclude my today's class, and even though if you have any queries regarding this, you can contact me and clarify your doubts.